Hey, good morning, guys. This is Hank. Man, you will not believe this crazy dream I just had. Why am I having these crazy dreams? So, I dreamt that my brother's wife, I guess his wife, had this baby. But of course, it wasn't a baby, it was like about the size of my finger. And it looked like a little insect. But the weird part about it is he had like this little hat on it and this little bottom part on it, so it looked like a caterpillar, and it was inside of it, and this little thing was singing, and it was just singing away, and I just remember it being so tiny that I could literally put it in the palm of my hand, and I was like, oh my god, it's so low, and this little thing could talk, and it had this thing on its head, and it was like singing to the music, and I was just like, man, that music is loud. I said, then it sort of somehow turned it down. I was like, oh my god, you could turn it down or whatever. And so I'm just, with this little thing, and at one point I cover its face up. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a mistake and kill this thing. And I move, I move the like the little hat bonnet like thing on it, and then I finally get it adjusted to where its face is out, and everybody's like just all cooing over it and everything, and I'm just sort of like it's just how it is when you're in a dream. It's just too weird. It's just too weird. And at one point, my brother goes somewhere, and I'm sitting here left with this thing, and then all of a sudden, it says it had a message for me, and so I pulled the little hat off, and then I'm telling you guys, this thing, it looked like a bug. I mean, when I pulled off the whole little outfit thing that it had on, it looked like a bug. It had legs, it was green, but like a shiny green, and it had all these little, oh, I don't even know how to put it. What kind of bug did I could even describe? You know how if you look at a ladybug and you see the wings or whatever, and but it had a whole bunch of them, but they weren't wings. They were like, I'm gonna draw it, and I'm gonna put a picture of it, and then I'm gonna draw the picture and make a video of it, and I'm gonna post it so you can see what this little fucker looked like. But I mean, so it started telling me that it had this important message that it had to give to me or whatever. So I pull this thing up closer to my ear. I'm like, what in the world are you saying? And all of a sudden it's saying, the human race is going to be annihilated. I'm like, what? And it's, I think it said, we're coming or something like that. And I'm really sort of freaking out. And then somehow this thing gets into my mouth, and I have this tooth that I have to have extracted, and it's like in that area there, and I'm trying my best to pull this little fucker out, and when I pull it out, the head pops off, and this little thing is dead, and it's all the blood that's coming out of it is purple, and the purple, oh my god, you guys won't believe this is a crazy dream. Now I'm panicking, thinking, oh my god, my brother's gonna kill me. I just killed its little baby and shit, and I'm like, oh man, I was sort of freaking out. I'm like, somebody call Frank. Somebody call Frank. The baby, somebody call Frank. The baby is dead. It got caught in my tooth. But the purple stuff was just moving, and it looked like it was sort of alive. And I kept scooping it back because at this point I was in the living room, and there was like a table, and it looked like it was going to go into the carpet, and something was like, oh my God, if it gets into the carpet, it's gonna make like this, like make like a it's gonna make like a a stain or something, something crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh my God, geez, you guys, and I'm trying my best to swipe this stuff back or whatever. My brother Frank never came, but my other brother came. I was like, oh my God, this thing was, I swear it was an alien, dude. It was saying that they were gonna, the world was gonna be annihilated and all this kind of crazy stuff or whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, the dogs were on me because they must have gotten let out. So they come barreling into my room and woke me up. But that was awful dream, awful, awful dream. With one weird thing about it, when the thing broke inside my mouth or whatever, I didn't taste it. But whew, crazy, crazy dream. All right, guys. Um, thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate it. And oh yes, let me just say this. Um, that Jim Stone thing that I wrote a piece. I was listening to Karen Hudis's uh, global corporate control thing that she has going on, and she said that whole thing about Jim, and I was like, this is a wow. That story was like bizarre. So I just literally. Um, so I wrote it from that. I didn't name the people who she said was behind it or anything like that. Yeah, sometimes I go sort of like into reporter mode. I hear something that's sort of like the town crier, and then I just am inspired by it, and I wrote a piece. I keep telling you guys, you don't have to listen to nothing I say or believe anything that I say, especially when it's talking about the things that everybody else is saying. Now, if I get something from spirit, and then you can pretty much feel that with this one. But really, interestingly enough, as soon as I woke up, I heard someone left me a message. War is something or not something or whatever, and that story is highly improbable or whatever. So I love it. I don't know. It seems like somebody's paying attention because as soon as I ever put any type of conspiracy thing on there, man, they are on it so fast with their whole uh, huge paragraph of stuff. You guys, I always tell you, please, you don't discern anything that you hear me write or say. You don't have to believe a word of it. I don't even recommend that you do. I just like to put it out there, and you know, interesting stuff. We'll see when it's all said and done what was right and what wasn't right. And I'll be the first to tell you I'm not perfect, and I don't have, I would listen closer to what QHHT says, but now even with QHHT, you know, they say that they can implant memories in you. They can do all kinds of stuff to implant false memories. They say that they have technology that can intercept psychic and channels and give them false information. You never really know what's true and what's not true. So, discern everything, you guys. Discern everything. And just, I know one thing that is real, and that's unconditional love. And I have unconditional love for all of you. And I'm holding unconditional love in my heart that this planet does change and for the better and sooner rather than later. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate it. Love and light. Namaste.